Today I'm going to be telling you about a new bag I drafted for myself, the progress I've made on my Sarah skirt, and also the Sew Blood Pressure 25 sewing challenge. Hello and welcome back to episode 12 of Weekly Bee. I want to kick off today by telling you about the Ruffle Tote bag that I drafted for myself. I had this idea to make this ruffle in my head for the longest of times because I had seen it all over the internet for a while. And I thought now was the perfect time to make one because I have been taking my daughter to karate lessons and I've been taking along a book to read while I wait. The tote bag that I have been using I feel is a little too big for what I am putting inside, which is simply a book, my mobile and my house keys. And it's just too much fabric all over the place and I felt I needed something a little bit smaller. So enter my new Ruffle Tote bag. I used the book that I'm currently reading to draft the size of the bag that I wanted, and inside I have a patch pocket which I used my mobile phone to draft the size of the pocket because that's what I want to put inside it. I also added a little tie at the top because I thought it would make the whole bag look that little bit cuter. I must say though that I didn't make the ties long enough because I can just tie a bow, so the next time that I make it I will definitely make the straps longer for that. Then for the shoulder straps, I didn't want the bag to be right under my arm with the bulk of the book, so I made them a little bit longer to sit roughly by my waist, and it is perfect. I already took it to karate last week with the book, a knitting project, my phone and car keys inside, and it was just perfect. As soon as I finished it, one of the first things that went past my mind is I need to make a quilted version of this one. So I don't know when I'll get back to that because as usual I have a never-ending list of sewing projects I want to get to, so this is just one more being added to that list. I filmed the whole process of making this bag, so I will get that video out to you very soon if you want to make one yourself. I also chipped away very slowly at the Sarah skirt that I was working on this week. Currently I have the invisible zipper all inserted, and for the first time I put it in using only a standard zipper foot instead of an invisible zipper foot. It hasn't come out as perfect as it probably would have with an invisible zipper foot, but it's come out okay. The reason why I only used a standard zipper foot is because the machine that I normally use, the Janome, I don't have an invisible zipper foot for it, just a standard foot. For the other machine that I was using before the Janome, I do have an invisible zipper foot, but because it's packed away, I didn't want to pull it out now just for this. There's not much left to do on the skirt now. I have finished one side of the zipper where I folded the waistband over it. I now need to work on finishing the waistband because I have the one side of the zipper completely finished, and I now need to do the other one. The one that is finished, I must say it looks really good, so I'm hoping I get the other side as good looking as the first one. Then I need to stitch the waistband down, hem the skirt, and I will have another skirt ready for summer. On Saturday was our monthly Sew and Bond social sewing day, and it was just lovely. For the first time ever, there was so much progress made, including myself. I managed to cut out a full pattern to work on, and I was so surprised because generally I don't even sew a row of stitches. I took along 2 potential projects to work on, and I asked everyone if they could help me pick which one I should actually move on next. So the options were to make a ruby skirt in an African wax print, the chicken one that I showed you a few weeks ago, or make a top with a ruffle collar in this leopard print fabric. And I'm happy to say that everyone chose the chicken fabric, so I managed to cut out all the pattern pieces I needed for the ruby skirt. I even had a little bit of extra time to cut out the leopard print fabric, but I only managed to cut out the sleeves, so I'll be leaving that for another time. So once I finish the Sarah skirt, I'll be moving on to the ruby skirt. One of the most exciting projects that was being worked on at the Sew and Bond was my Roma necessaire. Janet, who is a regular at the Sewing Social, got her hands on my pattern and started making a black quilted version. She added bows to it and it just made the whole bag look super cute. I nearly didn't let her take it home with her. I wanted to keep it for myself. But because I wasn't able to bring it home, this is another project that I am adding to my list of projects I want to make. I need to make a black quilted version of the Roma necessaire. Now I'm shocked to tell you I have not touched my purple sweater this week. I have been working on so many other projects in the background that I kind of left that to the side. What I can say is I have been working on a secret little project, so unfortunately I won't be able to tell you what it is, but it is something from Wool Warehouse. If their launch goes according to plan, I should be able to tell you all about it next week though. And now I'm excited to tell you that the Sew Blood Pressure 25 sewing challenge is back this year for the 3rd year running. If this is the first time you are hearing about this challenge, I started running it 3 years ago to raise money for a charity, which is the Blood Pressure UK charity. And the reason why I actually started doing that is because I lost my father suddenly 3 years ago. And one of the reasons was due to high blood pressure. I never realized that blood pressure could be fatal. So I am trying to raise awareness to the fact that you need to go and have your blood pressure checked. And the good thing is that you can actually control your blood pressure if you find that it is on the high side. There will be prizes for your participation in the challenge, and I'm going to start contacting sponsors this week. Nearer to the time, I will tell you exactly who all of those sponsors are and what are the prizes that you could be in with a chance of winning. And all you have to do is sew up something that you have been putting off for a while. Maybe it involves using a technique that you haven't yet tackled or are scared to. Maybe it's a dress or a pair of trousers that you have been putting off for one reason or another. Whatever it is, I want you to be able to tackle that project throughout the month of June. I would also appreciate if you could donate even a small amount to the Blood Pressure UK charity via a link that I will share with you closer to the time. So if there's a project that you have been wanting to work on for some time, that could be 1 month, that could be 1 year, that could be 10 years. However long you have been setting that project off to the side, maybe start getting it ready now so that when we kick off the challenge on the 1st of June, you can get started. This challenge will be running on Instagram, so if you don't follow me there, please go ahead and do that now so that you can be kept in the loop with all the details of the challenge. And I would love to know, what are those projects you have been putting off for a while? I'm super curious, so please drop a comment down below with what it is. You will also find the link to everything I have spoken about in the description box below. That's it from me today. Bye for now.